afternoon. I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. It's Monday, September 15th. A man is in critical condition after an early Sunday morning shooting in Corpus Christi. According to CCPD, officers were called out to Shoreline Boulevard near Star Street around 3 a.m. When officers arrived, they found a man with a gunshot wound. He was taken to a local hospital in critical condition. CCPD's Criminal Investigation Division, Violent Crimes Unit, and Gang Unit responded to the scene. The investigation is ongoing. Port Aransas is reporting a summer boost in its economy. City Tourism Bureau and Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Brett Stawar told KIII News this season was great for tourism, and that's boosted the local economy.
We saw sales tax increase incrementally throughout the summer months here in Port Aransas, and it's been a great thing for our city, our business owners, and our residents. Every business I've talked to has said it's been pretty much a record summer for them. So we've saw, like I said, those growth in those double-digit percentages are incredible for our businesses, and we know that the summer is the time that they have to make their money to survive and to be here year-round.
City officials also reported a safe summer as lifeguards made 13 rescues and prevented over 800 drownings. What started as a temporary leave last month has left the city of Mission with not one, but two interim city managers. Last week, the Mission City Council appointed former assistant city managers Juan Terrazas and Andy Garcia to serve as dual interim city managers. The decision was made a month after former city manager Mike Perez was put on administrative leave by the council after an executive session on August 29th. His last day was this past Wednesday. Terrazas will spearhead operations such as the police department, public works and engineering, and parks. Garcia will oversee internal service and quality of life areas, including finance, fire department, IT, and cultural and community services. In state news, the Texas legislature has formed new House and Senate committees focused on freedom of speech on Texas college campuses. The move was prompted by last week's murder of Charlie Kirk, a Trump ally and conservative activist known in part for his debates with university students. The Texas Newsroom's Blaze Gainey has more.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick called the attack on Charlie Kirk an attack on the First Amendment in a Friday press release announcing the new committees. Patrick said the groups will work together to ensure the state's publicly funded institutions of higher learning are centers where open dialogue is accepted without the fear of retaliation. The select committees on civil discourse and freedom of speech in higher education will also examine whether new state laws are being implemented properly, specifically focusing on two bills passed earlier this year. One limits how public universities teach their students about history, race, and inequality. The other restricts certain activities on college campuses like rallies or protests. Critics of those measures say they limit free speech and the ability for college students to truly learn American history. I'm Blaze Gainey in Austin.
Victoria College has received a $235,000 grant from the Teagle Foundation to expand its transformative text initiative. The program focuses on redesigning core curriculum courses so students have the opportunity to study influential works that have shaped history and culture. College officials told 25 News Now the funding will allow faculty to integrate classic and contemporary texts into courses that reach students in a variety of degree pathways. A new life-saving resource is available in the Coastal Bend at the push of a button. Outside the South Texas Substance Abuse Recovery Services building at 907 Antelope Street, the region's first and only Narcan vending machine is completely free and accessible 24 hours a day. Wade Vandiver, Opiate Program Director at STSARS, told KRAS 6 News that the vending machine was placed this week and already many of the doses have been taken out of demand and need. With the machine, each person is allowed to take up to 2 doses. According to the CDC, about 77,000 drug overdose deaths occurred in the U.S. between March of 2024 and March 2025. Solomon Coles High School recently celebrated a century as an institution that shaped generations of African-American students in Corpus Christi. Solomon Melvin Coles was born into slavery in 1844 and rose to become a minister and educator. In 1878, he began teaching in Corpus Christi out of a converted broom factory building. By 1925, the school named a school in his honor, creating the first and only school for African-American students during segregation. In 1965, the school's Green Hornets baseball team made history by becoming the first CCISD team to win a state championship. Solomon Coles High School closed in 1967 following integration, but nearly faced a complete shutdown between 2005 and 2006. The LaSalle Monument in Calhoun County has officially been added to the National Register of Historic Places. The community gathered over the weekend for a ceremony unveiling a plaque marking the recognition. The monument, originally dedicated in 1939, was created as part of the Texas Centennial celebration. The listing in the National Register recognizes the monument's role in honoring French explorer René Robert Cavelier, Sieur de la Salle, and highlights the broader effort to preserve Texas history. There are some people that are just plain uncomfortable when it comes to getting a massage. Intimacy with another person gets in the way of relaxation for many. But now, there's another option. Texas Public Radio's Jerry Clayton reports.
Steve Hickey is wearing a black bodysuit and laying face down, looking at a small computer screen. There's soothing music and the soft whir of machinery. Above him, 2 robotic arms are at work, giving him a massage. Hickey is a retired massage therapist, and he's trying Escape, an AI-powered robot massager, for the first time.
It was scary how good it was and how the flow was almost human-like. And I was laying there and I was comparing it to like a hot stone massage. Because, I mean, you don't have the softness of the hands, but it's the warmth of the robotics. It almost feels like hot stones.
He's tried massage chairs in the past.
I came in skeptical that, there's these $10,000, $20,000 massage chairs and they just squeeze and kind of jab and roll. And this one had it would lighten up on the spots you wanted it to lighten. You knew it needed to lighten up on, and then came into the trigger points really good, and then kind of hung out there for a second, and then moved on, and it was really good. Yeah.
Jeremy Jacob is the owner of Float Wellness Spa, a boutique spa that was the first in San Antonio to offer the Escape AI massager.
Yeah, so Escape was in development for, I believe, 7 years. They spent something like $70 million developing it, and the goal was to create a piece of equipment that was as close to as possible to a real massage.
He says several of his customers have tried the machine.
It's my experience so far has been people are really excited to try something new and unique, or they're kind of terrified by it because they're worried that the robot is going to be too strong and it's going to crush them or something like that. The cool thing is the arms have a very specific limitation on how much pressure they can provide, so it's not possible for it to hurt anyone, and it avoids sensitive areas like the neck and ankles.
It's like booking a regular massage with a few differences.
When you show up, it's going to do a body scan, so it's got 4 cameras that are going to create a 360-degree view, and it's going to understand exactly where your body position is, and it's really interesting because you can see that it understands where the muscles are. And then there's pressure sensors in the arms and on the table, so it knows if you move. It'll pause for a second. So it truly is. They say it's AI powered, and what that means is it's responsive. It's not just doing a set program.
Before getting the automated massage, customers are fitted into a suit that looks similar to yoga clothes. It fits tight on the skin and allows the machine to do its work without having to apply any lotion. Jacob says he doesn't expect robotic massage to replace human massage therapists. If, for instance, you have a large knot in your shoulder or back muscle or issues with your neck.
No, it's not really great at that. And that's where we have a team of licensed massage therapists here, and they can't be replicated. So that's what I was just talking to Steve about when we have, when you have a specific need or an area in the neck or shoulder that you need, special work on, that's where you want to seek a licensed massage therapist. If you need something quick or you just kind of want the muscles, like body work done, this is a great option.
But for potential customers that want the benefit of massage therapy but just aren't comfortable getting one, the Escape robotic massager could be an option. And getting the robotic massage is actually less expensive than a human massage therapist. A 60-minute session is $80 and a half hour is $45. Jacob wouldn't disclose how much the machine costs.
Yeah, it's pretty... I have seen the price, and yeah, we would not be purchasing one.
Float leases the massager from Escape and plans to add another soon. Escape massagers are now in over 100 locations across the U.S. A disclosure, Float Wellness Spa is a Texas Public Radio business member. We cover them like we would any other company. I'm Jerry Clayton in San Antonio.
In sports, the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley Vaqueros football team won their third straight game by beating Langston 80-0 on Saturday. The Vaqueros are the third brand new FCS program to start 3-0 in their inaugural season since 2008. Eddie Lee Marburger played most of the first half, going 12 for 19 for 206 yards, including 3 touchdowns. Sophomore Xavier Nolan caught 2 of those touchdowns while gaining 151 yards on 5 completions. In volleyball action, ending their home tournament weekend on a high note, the Texas A&M Corpus Christi volleyball team strung together 3 complete sets yesterday to take down Prairie View for the second time this weekend. That match wrapped up the Islanders Classic and marks the Islanders' third sweep of the season. Islanders' Caitlin Bauman and Tatum Mason were named to the Classic's all-tournament team. And the Corpus Christi Hooks reeled off 7 unanswered runs yesterday, winning 8-5 to wrap up their season. They defeated Wichita in front of over 4,000 fans at Whataburger Field. Corpus Christi, trailing 5-1 after 2.5 innings, knocked the Wind Surge out of playoff contention on the final day of the season. All but one Hooks run came with 2 outs, with Garrett Guillemette notching an RBI single and Will Bush collecting a 2-run double in the third. Corpus Christi trailed 5-4 until Wes Clark, Joseph Sullivan, and Luis Baez notched consecutive 2-out singles. And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.